Good day, everyone. Today, we will present an analysis of the midterm examination results. We will explore the data using statistics such as mean, median, mode, quartiles, standard deviation, and z-scores.
We have collected a total of 34 student scores, and we total all the scores that give us the total results of 1,258, which we divided by 34, which is the number of the student scores, and we get the answer of 37. This is our mean. The median is also 37, showing a balanced distribution, and the mode is 36, meaning it is the most frequent score.
We collected a total of 34 student scores. The scores range from 19 to 46, with most scores clustered in the middle. To better understand the data, we arranged the scores from lowest to highest and then analyzed their distribution. Most students scored between 33 and 42, which suggests already a pattern of consistent performance. We will finding the quartile 1, we will base on the lower half or the first 17 values. Then since the lower half is odd, we need to find the ninth number, which is 33, and that is our quartile 1. And as for our quartile 3, it is the median of the upper half, or the last 17 values, same as the quartile 1. And for the quartile 2, it is the median of the whole data, which is 37. To measure the scores, we computed the standard deviation, which is approximately 6.49. This means that most scores are about 6 to 7 points away from the mean.
The student who scored highest is the one who scored 46. And by finding how much this differs from our mean, we just need to subtract the median to the score, which is 46 minus 37. And that would give us 9. And the student who scored the lowest is the student who scored 19. And by finding how much this differs from the mean, we will do the same process, which is subtracting the median to the score, which is 19 minus 37, and that would give us negative 18. This tells us that 25% of students who scored below 33, 50% scored below 37, and 75% scored below 42.
We also use z-scores to measure how far each score is from the average. A score of 46 is above average, which is positive z-score. A score of 19 is far below average, which is negative z-score. Z-scores help us identify which students perform significantly higher or lower than the class average. For data representation, we use bar graph to clearly shows that most students scored between 31 and 45 with the highest concentration and the 41 to 45 range. This means that the majority of the class perform around average to above average. The bar graph shows a cluster distribution, where most scores are grouped in the middle ranges. This suggests that class performance is generally consistent, with a few students needing improvement and a few achieving higher scores.
Looking at our midterm scores, the class did fairly okay overall. Most students scored around the average of 37, which shows that many of us are on the same level of understanding. The scores weren't too distant from each other, but there were still some who struggled and some who did really well.
Few students stood out by scoring as high as 46, showing strong preparation and understanding of the lesson. On the other hand, some students scored as low as 19, which tell us that they may not have an experience of difficulty with the test or the topics. The differences between these scores shows that not everyone learned the material in the same way and the same pace.
Some possible reasons for this result could be differences in study habits, personal problem making them unable to focus, how will students understand the lessons, or even how difficult the exam questions. Maybe some students reviewed more, while others struggled with certain topics.
As a class, we learned that we need to support each other more and find better way to study. We can do a group study, helping some of our classmates who struggle with some lessons, sharing some review advice, and even make a fun activity involving those lessons so that we can have fun and also learn something. We can practice easy topics and gradually move to harder topics until we improve. This way, everyone has a better chance to improve in the next test. These results can help students and teachers know what to improve. Students can work on better study habits, review more, and help classmates who are having difficulty in the lesson. Teacher can focus more on topics where students struggled and give more practice and clearer explanations. The assessment can also be improved by making sure it matches on what was taught and includes a balance of easy and hard questions. By understanding these results, both students and instructors can work together to improve their future performance as well.